Scorpio, the last 2 weeks of September, I keep hearing, where have you been? It's so nice to meet you. Scorpio, get ready. Something amazing is getting ready to happen for you in the last 2 weeks of this month. Go ahead and look for your sun, moon, and rising wherever Scorpio is heavy in your chart. Look at what is coming for you, because this isn't about like reuniting with somebody you already know. It may be for a small amount of you, but what I'm seeing is this is a new opportunity, especially if you're standing at a platform, because that's the vision I saw when I started to work on your reading. Standing on a platform, this is some of you getting a contract for an acting opportunity, for a public speaking opportunity, starting your own channel. There is something about you standing at a platform where it is completely different. Your internal value, how you see yourself, not from ego, not from, oh, I love this, it's ooey gooey. This is about centered, a little naughty, a little nice. And that is what's been happening since June. Now, if you go back to the June reading for Scorpio, I was talking about karma. I have a video on there about karma. June, July, August, and September was all about the peak point of clearing out the karma. And this is September. And a lot of you did have memories of people, telepathic conversations, like you may have thought you heard them talking, you may have smelled their scent, seen them in your dream, and there was a completion with this cycle for a lot of you. Those of you who did your shadow work, that's the group that I'm talking to. So let us know if you actually had an encounter, a lot of memories. I know I did dreams where it was like, wait a minute, I don't even think about this person. Where'd they come from? This is like somebody from the first grade, and all of a sudden they're popping in my dream. Because remember, it's everyone. It isn't just the one that hurt you, that triggered you into this journey. Everything you've been working on is everything from here to here to here to here to here to here to here. So I see that because of this, it's like you're different. Your presence is different. Your aura is high, and everybody around you is going to go, whoa, it's nice to meet you. And some of them are going to say, where have you been, Scorpio? I've been looking for somebody like you for a really long time. Unless it's romantic, they might be saying, for my whole life, right? And it's like, it's really an amazing energy coming through right now. This is for those of you who have already done your shadow work, and you know what I'm talking about. So I want you to make sure that you put in the comment, it's me. That's all you have to say is it's me, because this is putting action. If you've been stagnant in your life, start taking action, and it can begin by posting a comment. Whatever energy is behind that comment is what's going to come back to you. That's how karma works. Whatever you put out is what you get back. So I see a lot of our Scorpios doing so well. You got the card of the Three of Pentacles. You and another person working well. This is a team group effort. This is money coming into your account, feeling like things are really starting to go well. This isn't the Page of Pentacles where you get the offer and a little speck of something comes in. This is the process of intertwining your energy with new, and it's going to work in your favor. So let's keep going with this. All right. Now, what I'm seeing for Scorpio outside of that, the next vision I see is Scorpio getting on one knee. So what I was hearing is Romeo and Juliet. That's what I was hearing. Scorpio, or Scorpio, where art thou, Scorpio? Some of you are going to meet somebody, and it is going to be romantic, because I just saw you on one knee. Now, that doesn't mean necessarily that you're going to propose to somebody, but it does mean that this is a relationship that's going to capture your heart. And I don't think it's planned out. I don't think you're even with this person yet. Now, if you are, yes, that can equal a higher commitment, not necessarily engagement, but a higher commitment with that person. You have the Seven of Cups, and what I'm talking about, multiple opportunities are going to come into Scorpio, and that's the beauty of doing all the work that you've been through. What you put out is finally going to start coming back. If you haven't done the work, now is the time for you to do the work. If you want my book on shadow work, let me know. I'll get it out to you. But this is really about, as we move to the end of the year, all the old is going away, and all of these options are going to come in. One, two, and then another one, and then another one. So they're going to come down to you. Each cup is representing something very, very special just for you. We all have, let's put it this way, the journey we walked, everybody's process is the same. Something triggers you. It makes you go back in your mind. It makes you see things and feel things and remember things that were gone for a long time, or even shows you blockages that were preventing you from whatever it was that you wanted in life. You have to heal it on your own, in your own way, in your own time. But once you get through that, that's where the beauty of the whole journey comes in, is because things start making sense. You can actually understand. You don't have to even see the synchronicities around you. You don't have to feel anything around you. You just know. It goes from looking, hoping, actually recognizing the numbers, the angel numbers, the synchronicities, and now you're feeling it inside. You just know. One of these is for you. We've got fire, that's passion, whatever excites you. This is adventure. This is something brand new that is going to stimulate you all the way to your core. It is going to be very, very exciting. It goes from rainbows and plants and connecting with earth and beautiful divine guidance coming in for some of you. So there's something in each of those cups for you. It's very, very powerful energy. Now, I do feel that your resources are going to change. For a lot of you, it's going to change for the better. It's a very uplifted energy when it comes, especially if it fits the theme of the main title that I said in the introduction, because you're walking to get your happiness. Eight of Cups is confirming what I say. Remember, I don't read the cards. The cards follow what I'm saying, and this is confirming it. Eight of Cups is saying, I have love here. I love those people. I love that career. I love that house where I lived, but it's not working. Half the cups are down, meaning it doesn't feel right anymore. You're not connecting. You're walking to go get your ninth cup, and the Nine of Cups in the tarot represents happiness, celebration, feeling enlightened by life itself. This is somebody walking straight into the moon. You're going right toward the hidden secrets that are meant for you to see at this point in time. 9 is the month of September. You're walking into it at the end of the month. So this is the beginning. Right now, as you're watching this video, some of you are going to say, yeah, that's me right there. But this is where you're headed toward. This is going to happen before the new moon comes. And it's going to be a real big one. So as you continue walking through this all the way into October, there's a beautiful energy coming in for you. This is somebody who walks into a darkened area. Remember, the moon hides things, so we can't really see the rocks in the road. We can't really define everything clearly because it alters our eyesight, our perception of what is going on. Completely opposite of the sun. Yeah. So as you walk toward this darkened area of your life, those of you who have not done the work, you're going to see the light on the other side. It's going to illuminate anything you need to do, and you can get it wrapped up very, very quickly if you choose to do it. So Scorpio, those of you who are walking into this new beginning, the mystery is there. There's a sense of mystery. Now, there is some setbacks, so let me go ahead and pull some cards. This is my negative deck, and we're going to see what comes out with that. Because I do feel for some of our Scorpios, you do have somebody, especially if it's a female that was in your path, that's going to come back around, and they're going to need some help. All right, they're going to need some help. We have the Ace of Swords. It came out in the reverse. This is a new beginning, and this person, whoever you're dealing with, could be an air sign, but they certainly don't have to be. This is somebody whose life is changing. What they thought was a new path, what they thought was a new road, is not working for them. They're going to come in and ask Scorpio for some help. Have you met them? Some of you, you will have met them. I mean, I'm not going to say no to everybody, but for most of you, I mean, not met them, but spoken with them in a while. You already know this person. So have you spoken with them recently? I feel for a lot of you, it's a no. You haven't communicated with them in a long time, but yet they're going to come around because I feel that there's something there. It has to do with karma. This may be the last cord for some of you to clip where you're like, no. And some of you are, okay, I'll help you. But these are the healthy boundaries that I set. It's like it's going to be variety for all of you, depending on how far you've been in your journey. But one thing for sure, it's very empowering to our Scorpio. This person, whoever this is coming in. They want the truth, and they may not have had it before, or you didn't get it from them. There is going to be some communication coming in the future from somebody you know that is going to need some help. And I do feel it's going to be in the Libra side, which is the last couple weeks of September rolling into October. Now, you can have your sword up. That's your sword of strength. That's your courage. That's your mental agility for some of you, and not your heart open. But it would be much better if you have your heart open, staying centered in the entire situation. We have somebody else around you who has the Five of Pentacles. This is the karmic return. What you put out is what you get back. Whoever was put out into the cold, those of you that were, you lost in divorces, you lost all your money through, especially if it deals with another person. You've paid your karmic dues, and whoever you were dealing with, this is what they're facing. Now, it could, for some of you, be the same person that I'm talking about, but this is a different situation that I'm focusing on. So this is somebody who feels shut out, locked out. You may have shut the door on somebody and they don't get why. I don't feel that this is a bad situation. I certainly don't feel that this is a person that triggered you into your journey, but there is something there. This may be a test for some of you where the divine is saying, hey, Scorpio, are you going to help them or not? It's going to be up to you how you handle it. But again, if you handle it from being aligned and in center, which is what I see a lot of you are in this position now, this is where the benefits really come in. What you put out, you get back. So if you loan money, then you know it's probably never going to be returned. That's just the rule of thumb. Some people will return it, and I have a feeling, let me ask, get a card. I have a feeling this one, there, look at that, it just popped right out. This one is going to return it. Now, that's what I was going to say. And we got the yes card. And confirming, this would be a yes card. They're going to make a plan. They're going to stick to it. And you're going to help them do it. This is, again, is not the one that triggered you into your journey. This is not the one that brought all of this hardship and pain on you. This is somebody very, very, very different that I feel you shut out. Probably when you said, I withdraw, and moved into that hermit stage, whether that was 5 months ago or 5 years ago, maybe 15 for some of you, where you're like, I'm just out of the picture. But there is it's like, it's good. It's good. Okay, it's good. You'll know it when it comes through. Now, for some of you, this is more about opening up with communication. And I know, Scorpio, you don't have a hard time talking if you feel it's worth your time, very much like an Aquarius individual or a Libra, right? Or a Gemini. That air energy, that Ace of Swords, but you know how to use that as a weapon. The words that we say can hurt somebody. This is a beautiful energy where you are going to communicate, talk, like I said in the beginning, where you may even get a role in a position, standing in a platform, standing up, speaking, telling your story to other people, reading your new book to somebody, just something very unique for you where you are communicating to other people, but it's coming from a place of aligned and centered in you. Now, the other card that came out for you, we have the Ten of Cups. So this has a lot to do with your location, where you live, and I am giving some of the monthly live. I'm going live again. This one's on ascendingsoulsjourney.com. You can check it out. I'll put a link up here that'll show you at the bottom of the reading, who are you? Who are you living for, or something like that. I just wrote it for you guys. But my point is, this is about creating abundance and harmony. This is where I see a lot of Scorpios are coming in, especially if you just moved into a new location, or if you are contemplating on doing it. There's something very bountiful, is the word that I hear. Bountiful. That means things are coming back to you, right? So it's a great word to use where you're going to have plenty in the new environment. Um, some of you are going to you may have already relocated and it feels really out of whack. It doesn't feel right, because remember, location is everything, and that's what we're talking about in the live, and you can join in. You have the Page of Swords, all right? So you may be really disputing where you moved to. There may be somebody in the neighborhood, somebody where you live, where there's this spite communication. Spite is the word I hear. This basically represents somebody who has a very juvenile way of communicating to people. They talk like they're a child sometimes. They can also communicate as if they don't fully get it. Kind of like Peter Pan as an adult, how he acted like a child, right? So he spoke like the words of the child. So there's something there that I feel is there. It means so much more, but that's what I'm getting for this reading. You may need to cut through the energy around you in the location if you are living somewhere that doesn't feel quite right. When you move, and I've had lots of clients, we look to see if they're moving to the right location and everything feels right, and then they get there and they're like, oh, it doesn't feel quite like what I thought. But after a month or two, they blend in and they're like, I love it. I would never leave here again. I did that when I came out here. My first place that I stayed when I was here in Spain, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. It felt really off, and I even questioned whether I wanted to come back or not. I went to France for a week and then I came back. And I love it here. I really do love it here. It's a very different environment. Um, so that's what I feel for some of you, is like cutting through the weeds, cutting through the trees, cutting through the community and becoming part of the community, stepping into a place where you start talking, you start meeting people, and talking can definitely change that. Now I want to leave you with another message, because this is like the most beautiful time right now. Those of you who are feeling very high, very strong, you can see things are finally starting to come in little by little. Some of you, it may have been a lot, but I'm talking to those little by little where it took a long time. Take a step back and really pay attention to what's happening. Karma, right? June, July, August, and everything I've talked about in the last few months in every monthly reading has everything to do accumulating right now in the month of September. So this whole astrological, all these weird things that have happened, you know, the eclipses and the moons and it just goes on and on. I'm not here to do astrology. There's something very important for you to see, to witness, to understand and comprehend. Like, what I put out is what I get back. How I speak to somebody is how I receive. What I think about, if I'm mean and nasty, I'm going to get mean and nasty back. And it doesn't have to be from the person that you threw it at. It's from the environment. It's from where you live, the community. It's just the energy. And that's what I'm feeling, is this is more about energetic transferring back and forth, where if you stop and take a look, and that's what the hangman represents, to stop and take a look at what's going on. Look at it from above, from below, from the side, from diagonal. That's what the hangman is saying. Pay attention to everything that's going on around you, because there is something there, like the moon, as that man in the card is walking toward the moon, the hidden secrets. And that's where you're going to find this peaceful, beautiful uniting in you. And those of you who are still working on yourself, there is an alignment opportunity for you to align and fall in suit with what I am seeing. So I hope you guys like this reading, and gosh, I can't wait to look at your messages. Much